Hey everyone, Matt here from Doctors of Running, and today we're going to do a sub-2 initial review of the Inov8 Parkclaw G280. So the G280 is meant as a road trail option, being able to bounce back and forth between the two of them. There is a solid amount of midsole underneath. I think it's 29 millimeters in the heel, 21 in the forefoot. So plenty underfoot. Plenty of cushioning here, not soft, not super firm, but it sits nicely in the middle with a little bit of responsiveness. So it makes it great for handling road, but the outsole, there's some lugs here that also handle trail fairly well. I have found this works better for decently groomed trails and hard packed trails. I've taken on a little bit of wet stuff and it's been fine, but more aggressive trails, this may not be the best, but for trying to get a little bit of the best of both worlds, this is actually gonna do fairly well. So it's been really nice so far. We'll have a full review coming up soon. Interesting stuff they're doing with some of the upper. The insole actually has TPU pellets in it, so it changes a little bit of the underfoot feel, which I thought was really interesting, and I'm excited to explore that more. But what I want to talk about today is looking at where you should be looking for flexibility in a running shoe. So when it comes to the planes of motion, so there's frontal plane, which is side to side, and sagittal plane, which is front to back. The majority of flexibility in the sagittal plane should be found in the forefoot, specifically at some joints called your metatarsophalangeal joints. In English, those are the big toe, or the toe joints that extend up like this, right? So there isn't really anywhere else in the foot that has that plane of motion. The ankle joint, the talocrural joint, is the only other area you're going to find that, but in the metatarsophalangeal joints is only place in the foot where you should have that. So optimally, the majority of flexibility should be happening at the forefoot. So again, as you're transitioning forward into mid stance and then terminal stance, as you toe off here, that's where the majority of flexibility should be happening, because that's where it's supposed to happen. If you're finding a shoe that's splitting excessively in another area, that might be something you want to be cautious of, because that's creating a flex point in a place that your foot doesn't have a joint.